On to you, Capricorns. So you have the Chariot, and then you Capricorns also have the Judgment, and then you have the Six of Wands. Um, mm, Interesting. So what I'm seeing here for you, Capricorns, is that the way that things are playing out in your life is that, oh snap, I forgot I had these on. These are Bluetooth glasses, so I'll be listening to my computer, you know what I mean, with these. But anyway, I'm gonna keep them on. All right, so for you Capricorns, these three cards are all about, it pretty much sets the precedent. You're learning how to make better judgments. A lot of you Capricorns are learning how to make wiser judgments. What's happening here is the Chariot represents the discipline that you are developing, that you already have. The Judgment represents, not necessarily needing to be in control of everything and everyone, but understanding that sometimes things don't really work out the way that you intended it to, but you can still make the problem a part of your solution to where you still get what you want, regardless of if it's a no, forcing the hand, basically. And then you have the Six of Wands. This is what it is. The Six of Wands represents being triumphant, right? The Six of Wands represents doing your thing, doing something that not a lot of people know how to do. So in other words, developing the skill to be a lot more wise, making decisions, making decisive decisions that you understand will get you to where it is that you want to go and get the outcome that you Capricorns want to have. And I've talked about this before. This is the reason why it is that I say give up control. Everybody is so caught up with control. I need to have this thing done this specific way. If I don't get it done this way, even if I'm going to get what I actually want, if it has to be this way. If I don't get it this way, then it's wrong. It has to be specifically this way. And a lot of the times, a lot of people are stupid because of it, or they heading down a very stupid path because, again, this is why it is that I say give up control. Stop trying to control everything. The wise person, once you get to a certain level, you understand that the highest form of control is by not having it. You control yourself, but stop trying to control other people and other things and let them be what it is. And you try to control it. You can't control it. Oh, you go the other way and you give up control and you make a part of what's happening, the chaos that you do not have control over. You still have control over it in certain ways. You still have influence over it. Because if you go a specific way and you can't control it, you go the other way, you make it a part of your solution. They teach you that in art class. And so the situation with that is the Four of Pentacles and the Emperor is about how, and so what you Capricorns are looking for is you're trying to figure out, like, how can you step it up to get to the next level? How can you be in a better position? But you Capricorns are failing to understand that. You Capricorns are failing to understand that you already are in a good position. You already are in a good position. And what I mean when I say you're in a good position, I'm talking about it from a perspective of you Capricorns fail to understand that you are practicing that level of patience. It's just that the situation for you right now is you Capricorns have so much stuff going on in your life. You're trying to make it make sense, right? What I'm trying to say to you is stop trying to make it make sense in the sense of everything needs to make sense. Everything needs to be organized right now. You're in a chaotic situation right now. You got your job, things are starting to pop off for you when it comes to your job, your love life potentially, right? Your health is good. You're learning how to have a different perspective, a different look or different understanding of life and everything like that. Okay, so you got a lot of different things popping off all around the same time. So the best thing for you to do, right? One thing, it's discipline. Two things, it's chaotic. Now I just named three things. Now that's my point. And so the situation for you, Capricorns, is this is a time right now where you want to make everything okay. This is a time right now where you want to make everything you want to be patient right now. What you want to do is the Emperor is giving you a huge clue. Understand that things are working out well for you because they are. But then you Capricorns also should understand this is a time of patience. The Eight of Wands, the Eight of Wands, Five of Cups. This is a very exciting time for you. But the Five of Cups and the Seven of Wands speaks to the people. The people, if only people knew how better off you are. Because what's happening here for you, Capricorns, is that the people that doubted you, that didn't think that you can get to anywhere or any of that type of stuff, little do they know what it is that you Capricorns got going on, right? So, boo-boo for them, right? They messed up, obviously. But see, that doesn't necessarily mean that you Capricorns will tell everybody. Of course not. But what I'm saying here is that you're keeping that close to your chest about how you're doing much better now, and obviously that's a good sign. But the point that I'm trying to make here with that is, you want to be able to manage what's going on in your life. You got a lot going on, and that you need help trying to figure out how to manage all of these different things occurring or happening all at one time. And what I'm saying to you, Capricorns, is the best thing to do is to essentially try to, first and foremost, be patient, right? You got multiple problems, good problems to have happening all at once, right? You got your job situation, your health, the way that you look at the world. Like I said before, it's changing for the better. So you have different things that you got to manage. And so because of the fact that you have to manage those different things, you really want to be in a specific situation for you, Capricorns, where you really want to look at one thing at a time. So pick one thing that you want to actually get hands-on with it, or actively seek to kind of manage, and then do that, and then do that to the next thing, and then the next thing, right? Deal with one problem at a time. Don't try to deal with multiple problems, because then what's going to happen is that you'll end up accomplishing nothing. And so, and I'm sure that this is a very exciting time for you Capricorns, as it is, and I always want the zodiac signs who come here, and in general, right, to actually figure it out, regardless of whether they come here or they don't, is irrelevant. I'd still want people to figure out their own nonsense, and of course to get off of the stupidity and all of that, of course. But it's a good thing to hear how it is that you Capricorns are going from dark and gloomy and thinking that you have to, get away from people because, get away from people because it's like everyone is stupid. To now, yeah, a lot of people are still stupid, but at the same time, what does that have to do with you? It doesn't mean that just because a lot of people are still stupid, unfortunately, it means that you are being weighed down by that. You still have doors opening up. And see, that's the thing that, none of you Capricorns can come over here and be like, oh, you this Cap. You would be lying if you said that I didn't say that to y'all. Because I was telling you Capricorns this for months. I said you Capricorns need to be patient. Tell me in the comment section if I was lying. I said you Capricorns need to be patient. You Capricorns need to be patient. You know what I'm saying? You need to be, why? Because you Capricorns need to be patient because life doesn't go down, 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 down. You always got some nonsense going. I mean, come on. I mean, at some point, you're going to have an upswing. Life, because I pay attention to how life is. Life don't do that. You know, I've talked about the movie, The Pursuit of Happiness. Why did, because it was based on a true story, but why did Will Smith's character, the person that he was playing, that existed in real life or based upon, you dig what I'm saying, become a millionaire? Well, he had such a big upswing because he had such a low level, and that's how life is. You get to a low point. I'm talking about, I'm talking about your young one got taken away or whatnot from the other parent, lost your place, everybody playing with you, taking your last couple of dollars, playing games with you. It took Will Smith and the character that he was playing to lose it all. That's Capricorn, that's Saturnian energy. You saying that you really want to be about this, you have to lose it. You have to lose it all. This is what you Capricorns didn't want to pay attention to, and some of you were starting to get antsy about. And this is what I kept telling y'all to be patient for, because you have to lose it all sometimes. This is what I mean when I say give up control. Keep your hands like this. Why? Because you are allowing all of the things and the people specifically, but the things that wasn't real, that wanted to leave you, to leave, instead of having to keep it captured and stuff like this. People sometimes hang around you because you provide value to them, but those people are dysfunctional and broken. And then what happens when it's a vacuum now? Okay, let's see if they provide value to you. You realize they betray you because they can't provide value to you because of their character. They're sniveling, whining goofies. So even if you could share your last, it doesn't necessarily mean that other people will be able to share their last with you. Yeah, you're capable of that, but they're not. They're goofy. And so to take the pursuit of happiness as an example of this, because this is essentially what's happening with you Capricorns, because you had to lose a lot in order for you to get to where it is that you are now. It's the same concept. It's the same concept. The Wheel of Fortune and the Temperance represents now your cup runneth over. Now you have a lot to be thankful for. But this is what I meant when I say give up control. This is the reason why I don't hold on to anything or to everything is coming full circle. This is why I do not hold on to anything or anyone too tightly. It's not my style anymore. I used to hold on to people and situations so tightly, me being a Virgo, an earth sign just like you, holding on to it. You want to keep it because you go through so much struggle. You go through so much emotional struggle and mental struggle because of your loss and change. Things don't stay the same the way that they should. And earth signs don't feel like we don't have control sometimes. We feel like things get taken away from us. And then it was in the storm. It was understanding to let those things go, because what's the sense of trying to keep people who say that they love you from their mouth and all this other kind of goofy stuff, or whatever the case may be. But then at the same time being dysfunctional and all this other type of goofy stuff and this, that, and the third, and all of this and all that. If they really want to go so badly, let them go. They're fighting you to get away from you. So then let them go then. You treating them well. So let's clarify some of these cards. Your life is remodeling. You Capricorns' life is remodeling itself, is what's happening. You're making room for the new change. Let the new change happen. Let it go. Give up control. Only an idiot strives to maintain that amount of control. Message. Let's clarify the temperance. You have the Queen of Cups, Ten of Swords, Five of Pentacles, Two of Cups, and then you have the High Priestess to clarify the temperance. So, so the point that I'm trying to make here is the Queen of Cups, the Ten of Swords. Look, and in the future, those same people, and probably even now, the same people that didn't look at you Capricorns and see greatness and see that you Capricorns have value and stuff like this or whatnot. This is how it is that you Capricorns are. This is the situation. The Queen of Cups and the Ten of Swords, they're missing you now. And even more in the future. They're missing you right now. You know, because of the value that you may have actually brought to the table. And in the Five of Pentacles, this proves my point about how they're missing you. Five of Pentacles, Two of Cups, High Priestess. So all those same people that didn't trust the process for you Capricorns, that didn't want to take you Capricorns seriously, this is where they are now. They're thinking about you. Thinking about how much better you're doing compared to them. Because, you know, they like to compare themselves to other people. This is what they have to deal with. So that's pretty much it. You Capricorns are on point with yours. Concentrate on you. Never mind about the people who doubted you, because those are the same ones that right now, as we speak, wish that they were with you. But they made stupid decisions because they wanted to play stupid games. Success sometimes does not come immediately, does not show up immediately. Sometimes success takes time. Capricorn, Saturnian energy. Time is Saturn, Father Time. So that's pretty much it. Comment on the video, like the video, subscribe to the YouTube channel, share the video. The mightiest, right, from a book called War and Peace. War and Peace. The mightiest the mightiest warriors are these two, time and patience. So I'm out here basically trying to get to 100,000 subscribers. I'm at 21,580 subscribers. Smash the subscribe button, smash the like button, hit the notification bell, set the notification bell to all so you can be notified whenever I drop my videos. If you'd like to contact me for a personal reading, the link to that is in the comment section below, called a Linktree link. I want more of you Capricorns to come through. Why not, right? Love y'all. Peace.